From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Mayfield. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Sherrills to return it. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Now Breeze. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
On 2nd down, Kamara. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll run with a fullback, Zach Line. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Line, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And he's got it up and through. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last. Week. So another one here in the 1st quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans 1st.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I can understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something to stop this swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. Third down here.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield to throw it, trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Check, check. Get set.
Breeze to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
That one goes for 24 yards. Baker Mayfield, obviously the number 1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people rally to him, how people respond to him. He talked about seeing him at a workout, how he showed up, yelled out to the other guys. They yelled back with the same response, ran right to him, and they were ready to start the workout. He said things like that and his talent tip the balance in his favor to go number one.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. He's going to get it running right. The first NFL touchdown for Georgia's Nick Chubb as they are now on the board here in the first half. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Denzel Ward.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Check, Patriot! Gone! Detroit!
First down, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well.
He's got a man, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Breeze now on first down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Breeze now after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Breeze to throw again. Looking downfield for Dez. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Get set.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said both. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, it's Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now they'll throw with Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, easy.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Dez Bryant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right there.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mayfield off the play fake. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. The #1 pick a season ago, proving his worth.
7 sacks in 11 games as a rookie. Didn't play the full year due to some injuries, but he's going to be the face of the franchise on the defensive side of the ball. Myles Garrett, he fills up your screen when he's rushing the passer.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On third down, Murray. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Mayfield on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joe Schobert in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On first down, Murray. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Breeze now to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That good for 22 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes it's
the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction. And that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 43 yards.
Detroit!
A first down throw for Mayfield. And it's caught. And he's brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to...
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Breeze is looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off?
He's got
thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Latavius Murray. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and a mile.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. Bree's going to throw here. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Saints, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Cleveland,